Hello, and welcome to Patents TV. I'm Glenda Thompson, and this is episode number 72. Today I've invited my friend, David Buist. He's a return guest on Patents TV, and David is with Lightspeed Technologies Incorporated, and he's going to show us a little bit about what's new in the audio world for the classroom. David, what'd you bring today?
I brought a whole load of treats.
All right.
Thanks for having me here, first of all.
You're welcome.
I've been with Lightspeed for 10.5 years, and over the last 18 months, we've basically revolutionized everything as far as what we're doing with classroom audio. I'm going to keep reaching over here and bringing you treats and that type of stuff. This is one of our existing infrared classroom audio systems. We've been using infrared for, I'd say 12 years now.
Okay.
Infrared has kind of been the standard as far as the industry goes. You have the ability to do 2 microphones. This one has 4 auxiliaries. All of our equipment has a mixed audio out on it for recording purposes or for a special needs student, hearing impaired, so that we can patch them in. Cochlear implants, personal listening devices, so on and so forth. Okay. That's kind of been the standard of the industry. I was here last year, and last year we talked about a product called the Topcat. Mm-hmm. The Topcat was something that's designed for small group instruction, project-based learning, collaborative learning, whatever the term is that people are using. And this product is slowly starting to gain ground. It's probably something that the industry developed before the need was there, or before the mass marketing need of it was. The way that product works is the teacher wears a microphone similar to the one I'm wearing, and these pods would go onto the tables where the small groups would go. The teacher has the ability to insert an earbud, and then using this remote, if I press the center button, I'm talking to the entire class. That may be through ceiling speakers or a wall-mounted flat panel, something along those lines. But if I wanted to talk to just group number 2, I would press number 2. And because this is a speaker and this is a microphone, I can carry on a conversation. So if I'm using a collaborative learning lab, or basically my curriculum is designed, my teaching style is designed for small group instruction, this allows the teacher to interact, to redirect, to mute your microphone and check in on groups to find out what kind of discussion is going on. It's something that's purely driven by that curriculum, that teaching style.
Sure.
It's I've had a number of people that have, oh yeah, let's try that out. They've demoed it, they played around with it for a month or so, and then they realize, well, we're only doing small groups like 5% of the time. This is something that's really driven by someone that's focusing on that. I cover Michigan and Indiana. I probably sell 6 to 10 of these a month, so it's slowly gaining strength. But the company has, we signed a project a little less than a year ago for a suburb of Houston, where they're doing 7,000 classrooms over a 4-year period with 4 pods and a flat panel in every classroom. And they just signed another one in Florida for a large scale. So as education goes more into those type of teaching styles, this is a product that will enable us to do it and facilitate the needs of teachers.
That project-based learning is gaining ground in Indiana, so I could see where that would be interesting to have in the classroom.
I've had some, grasp onto it, and others are playing around with it, and a number of superintendents, curriculum directors, instructional technology directors within some of the larger districts start playing around with it and go, I can see that this may not be something that we need right now, but it is definitely that direction where we're headed. So
now I notice there's 4 colors on your remote. Does the Topcat come with 4 pods?
It currently comes with 6.
Okay.
And I'm going to let you go behind the curtain also.
Ah.
I didn't even ask HQ if I could do this. Part of Lightspeed's belief is that as we get more and more digital, we're getting rid of textbooks.
Right.
Everything's going one-to-one devices. The students are going to be electronic, the teacher's electronic. We believe that this is what's going to be controlling the classroom. Whether that's an iPad, a Chromebook, an iPhone, whatever, as far as that goes, everything's going to be driven that way. So we're going to incorporate digitally our equipment. I mentioned that the current version of this has the ability to use 6 pods. In the spring, we're coming out with a Bluetooth controllable remote, which basically this is a remote that has the ability to have 6 pods. A Bluetooth controllable remote, which would just basically still sit in the charging base off to the side somewhere. And then the teacher will download software to whatever this device is and have as many as 12 pods.
Oh, I see.
You can select the pods, you can control the volume, you can control outputs, inputs. On the pod, there's actually a call button, so the students can go, need to talk to the teacher, then it flashes on the screen that group number 3 needs some attention. So,
okay, you said spring, David. Now, Tech Expo is April 14th, and will you have a little demo for us, perhaps, in April?
I will have a new FlexCat product to show in the April Tech Show. So,
all right.
Excited. This whole FlexCat product took our engineers at Lightspeed a number of years to develop. It's probably close to 5 years when they first started playing around with this concept. The background of developing a product that could have multiple levels of communication, and that was something that the engineers tried. Infrared, they tried radio frequencies, they tried a number of things, ended up settling on what's called DECT.
Okay.
DECT is Digital Enhanced Communication Technology. Your cordless phone at home uses a version of DECT, so the phone and the receiver are paired. With this, the microphone and the receiver are paired.
I see.
The first version of the FlexCat came out with what's called a RedCat Access. The RedCat Access is a product that is used as a flat panel technology. The microphone is paired with the RedCat Access, and this, as you see, can sit on a shelf, or the feet convert to a wall mount bracket, and then it can hang on the wall in the back of the classroom.
And we have these in our lending library if you're interested in seeing one.
The benefits of the Access technology versus our infrared line, which we will continue to carry for a number of years, is that it's paired, so I don't have to worry about any of the aspects with infrared transmission, the infrared signal from the microphone getting lost or whatever. This being paired will actually cover a 2,500 square foot classroom. So I've eliminated infrared issues and able to expand what I'm capable of doing.
David, how do they do in a learning environment where you have very tall ceilings or perhaps glass walls or something? Do they do well in that kind of situation?
That's the benefit of it.
Okay.
With no IR transmission issues, this will pair from 1,000 feet.
Great. Good to know.
There's the difference of saying, with IR, I could move my microphones from room to room, and it was just an infrared signal being paired with the receiver.
Sure.
This, the microphone and the receiver have to be paired together.
Okay.
That equipment, the RedCat Access, has been out for a little over a year. Let's go into the closet of fun things.
Okay.
The first one that came out, this one started shipping in December. This is called the Topcat Access. The Topcat Access.
You're like Santa Claus today, bringing out all kinds of new fun toys.
Yes, Santa Claus with a cold. RedCat Access drops into the ceiling.
Okay.
It's powered up into the ceiling, so it plugs into either the outlet that is being used for the projector, taps into the electrical up there, plugs into the some type of an outlet that may be existing in the ceiling. The benefits of this are, again, the microphone is paired with this. It's up there, and it has an audio in jack. So, a 3.5 audio in. What I'll do is I'll take the audio out of the projector, run the audio into the Topcat, and by doing the audio in on the Topcat, I'm now controlling all of the audio remotely. I've got volume control on the microphone. I've got volume control from the source. A lot of districts are getting to the point where they're using Apple TV or Chromecast.
Right.
Broadcasting to their projector. Again, they're controlling everything from this device.
Right.
So I don't have a drop for electrical. I don't have a VGA cable going up to my projector because now I'm doing it all from here. So I don't want to have a drop where I have to hook up a speaker wire or anything along those lines. This being powered up into the ceiling, taking the audio out of the projector into the audio in on this, I now have total wireless control of everything. And I don't have to have a drop where, oh, the teacher's desk has to be over in this corner of the room. The teacher is anywhere and everywhere and roaming around controlling the video and audio from this device, and the microphone with volume control allows up and down that way.
Pretty seamless.
Yes, it is. That started shipping in December. The next product started shipping in April. If you have more inputs than just coming from the projector and you wanted to do something more with individual students' devices or multiple, like you still may have a TV or VCR or something along those lines. A media connector can be added to this solution. This has 4 aux ins. This is DEC paired with this device.
Okay.
So now I can have multiple audio inputs that go beyond just the projector, and it can be paired with a Topcat, can be paired with a Red Cat Access. Not often that that's being used, but it is a solution that's available. That, I said, started shipping in December. Tell you what, I'm going to slide that off the screen because it takes up too much room. The next product started shipping in April. This is an access link. This is just a wireless microphone. This will plug into an existing amp. So Bartholomew, if they're using Extron control systems, and you talked about some of those unique classrooms and unique designs.
Right.
They have a couple buildings there which were built in the 70s when architects were kind of out there. Open designs, no real walls. I know one of the buildings had classrooms down here, and then there was a classroom up here, and then down there, and it was just a terrible environment for infrared, fantastic environment for access. Again, the microphone is paired with a receiver. So they've had to do a couple buildings with this instead of doing infrared. Also, you may have an existing sound system in your media center, your cafeteria, your cafetorium, and you wanted to add a microphone. This is very easy to patch into an existing amplifier. In fact, I'm going to do one over at IPS 14 this afternoon. They wanted a microphone in their gym. With the microphone having volume control, patch this into that existing amplifier, whether it be an Extron, a Crestron, a PV amp, a Calypso control system, whatever it is. This is hesitant, but you can run down to Radio Shack, if you can still find a Radio Shack, and get a cable that patches into this. That's really easy. I'm able to, because I travel with all kinds of cables, I can add a mic like this into a gym or a media center, and it takes me about 3 minutes.
And these products obviously benefit all students.
Obviously, it's not directed specifically at the IEP applications or whatnot. We're talking now where I can add audio to just about any solution. I've got to the point now where I'm comfortable saying, if you want to add audio microphones to a room, there's a 99.7% chance that I'll be able to do it. I actually put that on a dry erase board at the HECC conference.
Oh, sure.
Which stimulated a number of conversations. People thought, well, what about this?
Right.
And I'm going, okay, well, here's how I would do that.
Very good.
So, and then finally, this product started shipping in the middle of September. I referenced the older IR version. This would basically be a decked version of a classroom audio system. So this would go with 4 speakers on the wall, 4 speakers in the ceiling, you know, whatever as far as that may go. But the microphone is paired with the receiver. So I don't have to worry about installing infrared sensors. I don't have to worry about the double-sized classroom, having dropout issues, having exposed beams, whatever. This can go in just about any environment. And, oh, I'm going behind the curtain again. I showed you the Topcat.
Right.
We have a a speaker, which is coming out in the spring also, which I'll have for the Patents Tech Expo.
Wonderful.
A speaker which is a 1x2,
Okay.
which will cover 1,400 square foot room. But it's an 8 ohm speaker. And for if you don't understand electric, that's not that big of a deal. But what it means by 8 ohm speaker is that this can power up 4 of these. So now I'm talking about one system being able to do a 5,600 square foot room with no sensors, no dropouts, and volume control on the end of the user. So, being the techie geek that I am, all the opportunities are endless.
Ever evolving technology just keeps getting better and better.
It
and
does.
Lightspeed has it. David's information is on our website as our featured solution for the month of December. You can see his contact information and the specs on these products, and reach out to David if you need more information.
If he's still alive.
Yes, get better, David.
I will.
I bet you want that for Christmas.
Drink plenty of water
Right.
and take your vitamins.
Well, thank you for joining us today. And thank you for joining us. Next time will be our first episode for the new year. And our director, Daniel McNulty, will be here to show you and tell you about some new things for the upcoming year in patents. So please join us. Thank you.